What if I told you there's a woman who beat the lottery not once, not twice, but 4 times? 4 separate wins, totaling over $20 million. Some called her the luckiest woman alive. Others whispered that she cracked a secret code buried inside the lottery itself. Was it pure chance? A stroke of mathematical genius? Or was it something deeper? A strange alignment between numbers, destiny, and the unseen laws of the universe? This is the story of Joan Ginther, a reclusive genius from a small Texas town, and how she rewrote the rules of probability, chance, and maybe even life itself. Who was Joan Ginther? Our story begins in Bishop, Texas, a tiny, quiet town with fewer than 3,000 residents, the kind of place where everyone knows each other and life moves at a slow, predictable rhythm. But among the dusty streets and mom-and-pop shops lived someone very different. Joan Ginther. Born in the 1940s, Joan had a curious mind, sharp as a blade. She wasn't the kind of person to drift through life. Numbers fascinated her. She studied hard, eventually earning a PhD in statistics from Stanford University, one of the most prestigious schools in the world. Imagine that, a small-town girl from Texas, mastering the science of probability and chance, the very science that underpins the lottery. For years, Joan lived quietly, working as a college professor. No flashy cars, no big headlines, just a woman, her mind, and her fascination with patterns hidden in the world. But then, something extraordinary happened. In 1993, Joan bought a ticket for Lotto Texas. It was an ordinary draw game. Millions of people bought tickets every week, hoping for their numbers to be called. And against staggering odds, Joan won $5.4 million. Her quiet life changed overnight. She had become a millionaire. For most people, that's where the story ends. You win once, you cash out, you spend, you retire. Done. But for Joan, it was just the beginning. 13 years later, lightning struck a second time. It was 2006, and Joan scratched a lottery ticket called Holiday Millionaire. The ticket revealed a prize of $2 million. Think about that. Millions of people never win once. Joan had now won twice. The odds? Astronomical. At this point, people started to notice. But the story was about to get even stranger. 2 years later, in 2008, Joan bought another scratch-off ticket. This time it was called Millions and Millions. And yes, she won again. $3 million. By now, reporters were circling. Statisticians were scratching their heads. Winning once is luck. Twice is rare. 3 times? It almost defies reason. In 2010, Joan Ginther walked into a convenience store in her hometown of Bishop, Texas, the same little shop she had bought tickets from before. She picked up a $50 scratch-off game called Extreme Payout. She scratched. She won $10 million. 4 wins, totaling over $20 million. And here's the kicker. 2 of those winning tickets came from the exact same store. What are the chances of that? At this point, the world had questions. How could this happen? Was Joan the luckiest person alive? Or was something else going on? Mathematicians calculated her odds of winning 4 times. One estimate put it at 1 in 18 septillion. That's an 18 followed by 24 zeros. The theories spread like wildfire. Some believed Joan had cracked a mathematical code in the scratch-off system. After all, scratch-offs aren't truly random. They're printed and distributed according to formulas. A statistician like Joan might have figured out which stores were most likely to hold big winners. Others whispered about inside information. Perhaps she had friends in the Lottery Commission. But no evidence was ever found. And then there was a third theory, that she was in tune with something far greater, an unseen law of the universe. Here's where her story drifts into the mystical. Think about it. The law of attraction teaches us that what you focus on expands. What you believe, you attract. Joan dedicated her life to studying numbers, probabilities, and patterns. She lived inside the very fabric of chance. Could it be that her deep focus on numbers aligned her with the vibration of winning? That she tuned into a frequency where improbable outcomes became reality? Some people play the lottery with desperation. Joan played with knowledge, patience, and maybe even expectation. She didn't chase luck. She understood it. She expected alignment. In the law of attraction, expectation is everything. You don't just hope, you know. Was Joan Ginther not just a four-time lottery winner, but a living demonstration of universal law in action? What did Joan do with her $20 million? Did she buy mansions, yachts, or private jets? No. She remained elusive, quiet, almost mysterious. She never flaunted her wealth. Reports say she donated generously to her hometown. She gave money to improve the town's church, the schools, the community. She lived without seeking fame, almost like she had unlocked a secret, but chose not to broadcast it to the world. So what is the legacy of Joan Ginther? On one level, it's the story of impossible odds beaten 4 times, a mathematical mystery that statisticians still argue about. On another level, it's about mindset, alignment, and universal law. Joan wasn't just lucky. She lived inside a code of numbers, patience, and belief. Her story invites us to ask questions about our own lives. How often do we dismiss miracles as impossible? How often do we believe chance is against us, instead of considering that the universe might be ready to conspire in our favor? If we would just tune into it. Maybe Joan didn't just win the lottery. Maybe she showed us something bigger. That luck, chance, and destiny aren't separate from us. They're part of us. They respond to our frequency. That's the legacy code of Joan Ginther. So what do you think? Was Joan Ginther the luckiest woman alive, or did she discover a hidden code inside the lottery? Was it math, mindset, or manifestation? Or maybe all 3? One thing is certain. Her story reminds us that the line between chance and destiny is thinner than we think. And maybe, just maybe, the universe is waiting for us to step into alignment with our own impossible win. If you got value from this video, like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Thank you for watching. Keep a lookout for new videos.